AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Man.
How we looking on the screen?
Amazing. The winning gets boring, man. It's spanking spanking them. It's like, oh man, there's no drama. No drama, just waxing y'all.
You're only here for the chat.
Right. We Floyd Mayweather the first quarter, oh boy. Let's fill him out. And then bow.
I mean,
come on, man.
That's what we was looking for.
Winning is boring. We no more drama. We came in, cursed KAT out.
AllBall suckers.
Ah. Come on, baby. Baba. Y'all know what this is.
KNICKS REHAB.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. I feel different with the glasses. Hold on. Got a little more energy now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
5
Get in
straight.
the building. 5?
It's 5 straight.
4 out of the last 5 we held under 100 points. Remember when we were struggling, when we were thinking like, yo, are we gonna score 100 points? It went from that to our last 4 or 5 opponents held under 100. Big 100. Huh? AllBall. We back in the mix. Big mix.
Break it down.
Come on, baby. Baba. The Knicks with a 127-97 victory. Yeah, it did look like that from the first quarter on. Horrible. Denny had no game today. Straight Denny's. Ate your food, sucker. 11 points, 4-14 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, but he looked off. You can see when he has his game, how he suckers people into, fouling him and everything. Shaedon Sharpe had 26 points, 10-16 from the field. And then, yeah, they were right. Caleb Love, he looks a little crispy out there. I think he said he's a rookie, undrafted, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm bugging. That kid, Sissoko, is annoying. I seen him against the Warriors going bananas. He's a bit of a lunatic, but, Donovan Clingan, again, another 7'3" guy who, he's going to struggle in this era, but he showed something. He showed some life for Portland. They needed, I don't know what they're talking about. Just real brief on Giannis. They need to do everything they can to go get Giannis if he's available. Allegedly, they got Dame Lillard and Giannis have a great relationship. They're trying to finagle that. I don't know what the second thought is. Trade everybody you can. But who cares about that? I digress. Back to our Knicks. 24 points for OG Anunoby. 10-17 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. But he was pretty much doing this thing defensively. That's what I was more impressed with. Got us a lot more possessions. 20 points for Josh Hart. He had it going from the beginning of the game. To me, he was really the player of the game because he got 7 points in the first quarter. Had us get it going. 17 for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 8 going into the fourth, so he scored 9 in the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. 20 big rebounds. Just chippy rebounds. Dominating on that effort. By the way, 1 foul for Karl Anthony Towns in the last 2 games. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 3 fouls in the last 3 games. He had 2 fouls against the Sacramento Kings. A fact check. Yep. So in the last 3 games, Karl Anthony Towns with 3 total fouls. 2 fouls against Sacramento 2 games ago. 1 foul tonight. The Knicks have won every game. Karl Anthony Towns not even scoring well, but it's the little things that we've been complaining about and what the Knicks have been complaining about.
Just please, hold on. Let me just cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
My peripheral when beautiful ladies is in the building. Brick House Tatted Mommy, please put that up there. Please highlight what she says. Listen, big shout out to Brick House Tatted Mommy. Listen, oh my God, I watch you guys every night. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Listen, we love when people just show love to us. Thank you. Big shout out to the chat. But anytime we get new people that just really appreciate what we do, listen, thank you, thank you, thank you. And please continue to keep showing up. Please tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Become a member, subscribe, hit that like button. But listen, we got to show love to the people that show up night in and night out. But I just wanted to point that out because ain't nothing better than beautiful ladies showing up, Knicks fans, basketball fans. Big shout out to all the ladies, everybody in the chat, but had to highlight that. Appreciate you, Fabian.
1,000,000% good. Good eye, AllBall. That's the glasses? Huh?
Listen, man. That's that dude. Listen. the spider senses for the beautiful ladies is crazy. Look, look, Spider-Man, his hair stick up and he senses, look. Listen, right. But all jokes aside, big shout out to her. Big shout out to all the beautiful ladies that show up and show love and engage and be in them comment sections. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all to death.
I second that, of course, man. Appreciate y'all showing up because, hit the like button. If you're talking like that in the comments, pretty sure you're talking like that with your friends, telling another friend, telling family. That's what we are over here. We family.
Hold on. And real quick, Flea, I see your ass in the comment section. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. Soon as I get off work, I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. So don't even worry about it. This thing gonna be laid for Sunday against the Lakers. Yeah, bet that. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry.
Flea looking now because he keep a S curl, as Fish would say. King's Peach, thank you for your $2. Cat got 20 boards tonight. Put that second K back up.
Not yet.
No.
We beat LeBron and the Lakers Sunday.
Luka's on fire too.
Listen, 6 straight, then we could discuss that.
And the Lakers just made a trade. We'll get to that in a second. Flea sending a super chat. He's giving back the money. Thank you for your $4.99. Flea, $4.99. Ain't to compete with me. Peace to the chat. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, my brothers. OG, Fabian. See y'all Sunday. Knicks, bitches. Hey, Flea, I don't know who the hell told you got off tomorrow. What the fuck you mean see you on Sunday? No. No, Papa. I don't care what you got going on. You will show up tomorrow, young man. Back to the Knicks. You see it there. KAT. We talked about him. It was 14 boards. It's plus 17 in plus minus department. Great double-double. 5 of 12 from the field. 1 of 3 from 3. Still not getting it going offensively, and we could get into that in a second because Knicks Twitter did his thing all week long about comparing last year's touches to this year's touches. 10 points with Mikal Bridges. Wasn't a crazy game. Again, he did his thing last game with the 30-point. What was a 30-point game, 24-point quarter, or whatever it was. But I think defensively he did his job against this bum ass Portland team. 26 points from the captain. 8 of 20 from the field, 5 of 12 from 3, 2 steals, 2 assists, 1 turnover. That's what I'm hyped about was a turnover.
Fabian, spider senses went back off. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the elegant, the exquisite. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Hold on. Listen, I got to give her the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Brick House Tatted Mommy is in the building with the super chat. Darlene Bryant, we beat the Knicks, we beat the Lakers Sunday just because it's you. The K will go back on because it's LeBron and Luka. Go ahead,
Yo,
Fabian.
They call us fair weather, right? Like you're the most extreme fan on here, they say, right? I don't even know what they call me, but they say I'm way more left than Flea as far as the stand-up goes. But me and you are sitting here going, what fucking K? What showed you? What are you talking about?
Wait.
We don't feel like the K-Knicks just yet. Knock it off. Knock it off. If Flea was here, we would outvote him. So majority rules. I got outvoted last fucking game.
Yeah, to beating Portland tonight. Of course, a 5-game winning streak. I'll let Fabian do the great job he always does. But no, tonight does not mean put the other K up there. Now, Sunday, We beat the Lakers, a Luka, a LeBron. Different story. Different story. Go ahead, Fabian.
Back to the Knicks. See here off the bench, Mitchell Robinson, kind of a no-show. He was out there. He grabbed 7 boards. I think he did his job by being a body out there. Similar to Diawara, by the way. He had 10 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He had a good 3-pointer in the second quarter. Offensively, he was, he lacked a little bit of rhythm. He wasn't really, you could tell with his shot, just rushing it. But defensively, AllBall, I'll spend 2 seconds on that later on. Plus minus is 27. Plus minus for Mikal Bridges 27, and OG Anunoby led the way with the plus minus with 34. That tells the story right there. Jalen Brunson rounded off the top 5 plus minus with 21. It's not misleading. There's a reason for that. KNICKS was a plus minus of 4, 13 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. That's not really an accident. He had a really decent game. I love the way KNICKS and Diawara, when they drove to the paint, they were showing something to me. The what do you call that? Not the miscalculate, just showing. They were moving and grooving with the ball. They weren't just being stiff out there. So gotta love it. You see there. Look at that. Are you kidding me? The upside down skyscraper?
Dang.
Huh? Look at that. Biggest lead for the Knicks was 33.
Lord,
longest run was 12. You see, the game was never tied. Lead changes, never. It was a spanking today, and we're loving it. You see the score, of course, final score 127-97. The rebounding edge went to the Knicks 59-47. Of course, Towns was a big factor. Why? 28 assists to 22. We didn't hit the 30 mark with the assists. Usually when we hit 30 assists, I think we're like 15-1 or something like that. Great record. 9 of 5, we got the steal edge. 63, Portland got the blocks edge. 20 turnovers by the Portland Trailblazers to 13 by the Knicks. We were all over the passing lanes. I think I seen Brunson in the passing lanes. Josh Hart was definitely in the passing lanes, finishing in transition with some of those turnovers by the Portland Trailblazers. 43% from the field. The Trailblazers shot to our 48. 30% from three Portland shot compared to our 42. And then you have 73% from the free throw line and 85% for us. So we shot pretty well today. Josh Hart's back up to 40% from the field from 3, actually. They talked about today. And Mikal Bridges at 40% also. Points in the paint, 42-50. Knicks got that one. Second chance points, 20-9. The Knicks got that one. And 13-13 fast break points. It was tied. Obviously, fast break points ain't really our thing because we ain't got no transition players. The offensive rebounding, real quick, Fleet would love to hear about that. Portland had 8. We had 16.
Doubled them up.
That's what them second chance points is about. So, AllBall, what's your reaction to the game, man?
People may not agree, but that was a big win. Games like this we call trap games, right? A lot of people, thought Portland was a good young team. Remember, in the beginning of the season, they won some good games. They looked like they had a little promise, right? They looked like they was going upwards. They got some great young talent, but at the end of the day, you have to be like that for the whole season. And for me, Portland just showed that they ain't shit. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be totally honest. Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant, if we make this trade and you niggas look like this, you niggas could stay over there in Portland. You niggas look terrible. Eventually the NBA and the commissioner is going to have to do something with teams just flat out giving up. Like tonight, Portland, them guys got free money. They got a free trip to New York. I'm glad it's cold. You niggas want to come and quit? Stay in 2-degree weather. But they got to do something. They just flat out gave up. I watched Drew Holiday just literally not be engaged. I watched Jeremy Grant just like, okay, whatever. Like that shit was terrible. So I just don't like the product that the NBA is putting out sometimes on the floor. Like, y'all guys, come on, man. Y'all got to show up. Even though we the better team and we was going to win, you can't look like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Y'all know me. I'm going to tell it how it is. That was a tough watch. But at the same time, games like this is where we could lose, right? Because our guys get a little high horse, think we all that. So for me, I just love that we got the win. We protected home, right? And 5 straight wins. We kind of making up for a lot of the bullshit and a lot of the mess. But what I saw tonight was I saw a little bit of camaraderie. I saw a little bit of togetherness. I seen a lot of less egos. And I seen a little bit of chemistry. I think tonight was just a good win. And like I said, we have to start earning the respect of the NBA, of the other players. So games like this at home against a bad Portland team, you're supposed to beat them down. But I'm going to give props to somebody that people ain't going to believe. Shout out to Carl. He's still called Carl, right? But another 20 rebound game. Big game for him. He looked a little engaged. I seen a little bit of toughness in him tonight. So for me, I got to shout him out because we all know the rumors, right? He could have laid the stinker, but he came out and said, okay, you know what? Offensively, I know I've been struggling. I know guys like OG and Mikal Bridges, they've been getting it going. We know Brunson is Brunson. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab all the goddamn rebounds. So I got to give a shout out to Carl for just understanding the assignment and understanding do whatever it takes to win. But tonight, I just think was a good win. Like I said, 5 straight wins. We got to get this thing back on board. We need to start separating ourselves from those 3, 4, and 5 seeds. Like, if we ain't going to catch Detroit, which we're going to have to start discussing us in Detroit, right? But if we're not going to catch Detroit, we need to start separating ourselves from these other bum-ass teams. The Celtics, the Cavaliers, the Toronto Raptors, all them regular weed-ass niggas. If we going to be the legit 2 seed, let's be the legit 2 seed. So for me, I'm just glad that we got the win. I'm glad we stomped them out in the fashion that we did, even though it was a tough watch. But listen, this was a game to get the young pups in and let them get some reps. Dewawa, Kolick, I like Shamit. So for me, we ain't really got to say much. We just know when KAT is rebounding like this, when he's playing with some toughness, when guys are knocking down shots, when we not turning the ball over, KAT is not committing a lot of dumb fouls. Actually, he's not committing no fouls. We're a totally different ball club. So I just like how we've been looking lately. But we all know the rumor is the rumor. And that shit ain't going away until the trade deadline is over. Until Thursday, February 5th, 3:01. That's what we're going to be hearing up until then. So let's not act like that shit ain't still looming around, right? But a great win tonight.
You hit it on the nose. I mean, Carl, for you to play this way, 3 fouls in 3 games. He had no fouls against Toronto, which I didn't notice. I didn't realize that. Against Sacramento, 2 fouls, and this is after he fouled out against Philly. So that was really the time where it was like, maybe that was rock bottom for him. And this is what I mean when I say tough. You ain't got to fight nobody. I ain't talking about fighting a damn person, but stay locked in. And this is clearly showing discipline. You're clearly showing there was a game plan. You've been spoken to. You've been called out publicly by all your teammates. And maybe you stop taking it personal. Again, with the Giannis trade rumors lingering, it's hard not to take it personal. How the hell am I not going to say something personal if AllBall just called my name out and he's going, combating my comment, my critique, or my hat? He's talking about me. He ain't talking about anybody else. So, yeah, it's personal. And I'm glad that, again, he's taking this challenge personally and we see it. Like, this is just obvious. Look how much playing time you have on that court. It goes back to Ant-Man calling him out in a post-game press conference, game 4 of the first round. And he's telling them, bro, we ain't making it to the second round unless you're on that court. And, yeah, whoever said that in the comments, you're right. We know they watch this channel. We know it because nobody keeps it this thorough. You just don't. When we talk, it's like, damn, I feel like I'm hanging out at the barbershop. Not in the first take kind of way. Of course, it goes that way, but we just want to. This is how we would talk to them. That's how I feel. This is how I would talk to KAT. Yo, KAT, what the fuck are you doing? And it ain't personal, even though it is, but I want you to challenge yourself personally. And he's taking this on all ball. Let's come on. It's no more joking around. The Josh Hart with that first quarter again. These kind of performances are important because he's not going to have 20 points a game every game. But for him to come out and play the passing lanes the way that he did, there's a young team that just throws the ball around. They read the scouting report. They know that they're sloppy with it. They know that all Portland wants to do is get in transition because they have no real offense. Portland stinks. The last several years they've been doing that. And great point, they've been tanking. We found that out. It's documented. Chauncey Billups caught a case, unfortunately, and it's in the paperwork. The Portland Trailblazers are tanking, and they're doing some soft tanking with Tiago Splitter as the head coach now. And we have to take advantage of teams like this. They don't want to win. The coach is going into the game saying, I don't want to win. So you do what you want to do. So for me, Jalen Brunson, again, another game where he's playing unselfish and it's not being talked about. Oh, boy, is he now entering the realm of the Kobe's, the Mikes, all these one-on-one players that have figured out, damn, I got to get off the ball. I got teammates that can get the ball. Are they correct? If I'm going off ball, I can get this thing at any given time. And when I do, I'm going to do me anyway. Is he finally learning how to go and be selfless?
Not yet. Not yet. I still see him forcing shots. I still see him taking bad shots. I think he had 2-3 assists tonight.
Yeah.
So we can't really say he's doing that yet, right? We can now give Carl props and say, okay, you don't have it going on the offensive end, but I'm getting 20 boards. Remember, Brunson may not have it on the offensive end. He's not coming in there giving you 10, 11, 12, 13 assists. That's just the honest truth, right? So I think once Brunson learns that, but that comes from, remember, he has to have another ball handler in the game with him. That's why in the beginning of the season, when we went on that little run where it was him and Kolek in the backcourt, that shit was perfect basketball. But we all know when we play against teams that have great defenders, bigger guards, it's tough to put Kolek in the backcourt when you got two little guards in the backcourt. That's, their worst thing to do is play defense. Flea, what up?
OG, what up?
Big Flea, never the little one.
Up for the show, or because it's only a quick minute, I'll let you. All right, he got to come back in. So I think that's why it's very important for us to get another ball handler. If we can get another ball handler that's decent on defense, that has some type of size, now Brunson is not going to have no choice but to be selfish because he's not going to have the ball in his hands. So now this is where the hockey passes are going to mean everything. So I think, we have to be very careful. Tonight we played a very bad basketball team. And in this 5-game stretch, it's not like we play 5 big dogs, right? I'm always going to play devil's advocate. But I'm going to take the wins now. I'm going to complain, but let's but I agree with you. Jalen Brunson has to become a better leader. He has to become a floor general. And he just has to become a better leader of men, right? I'm not going to say, guys don't believe in him and don't follow him. But what Carl has been doing lately, that's what Brunson has to step up and do. I need more assists from Brunson. If we're going to be successful and win, I need a little more assists. Give us 6, 7, maybe 8, right? Night like tonight, don't even worry about getting 20-something. Not saying that he does worry about that, but no, spread that thing out. So to answer your initial question, I don't think he's there yet, but I think eventually he's going to have to get there. He's going to have to, if we're going to have a chance to not only win a championship, but be successful and beat good teams.
I'm only going to agree with you because we ain't put the K up. The day we put the K up, we're going to also agree, damn, we ain't see Brunson play this selflessly for 10, 20 games in our lifetime. And as much as KAT talked about having 10 coaches in 10 years, in 10 seasons, Jalen Brunson had three coaches in the last 4 or 5 years, 3 different ones who played totally different styles. So for me, especially last game, I saw it a lot. The key moments when you see it is at the end of a game. That's when Brunson tends to hog the ball. when he brings the ball up court off the inbounds pass, that's when he tends to hog the ball. And I've been seeing him get off of it from there. So OG Anunoby also gaining a lot more confidence going to the basket. Josh Hart going to the basket. Everybody else, it's their confidence that I'm noticing. Jalen Brunson's off ball is working, and he's working at it, and he's making it a huge effort. And he made the adjustment with Mike Brown, new coach. Of course, he's the face of the organization at this point. He made the adjustment, and he had to, because you can't be talking all that shit to KAT or anybody else, and you're known as a ball hog. That is your number one. It's your strength, but it's also your flaw when you overdo it. You hit the red line with it. Nobody wants to see that. It doesn't work. That's not what wins basketball games. The greatest player of all time had to pass the fucking ball. They all did. So I think I'm noticing it more because of the way that OG, more so than anybody else, is getting to into attack mode while Brunson is on the court. Because last year, all we were asking about was, yo, is OG an option? And I said, until he does that shit with Brunson on the court, I don't believe so. Because Brunson's not going to feel confident in giving him the ball or getting off the ball because he thinks he has to do it himself. But to your point, until we feel comfortable enough putting that K up to make it official KNICKS rehab, I don't feel comfortable saying that Brunson is completely into selfless mode. Not yet.
What's the first thing I put in the group text with me, you, and Fabian? What's the first thing I said? Brunson needs to have 10 assists tonight. Or I would like to see him have 10 assists tonight. You got to remember, man, once he understands how to put the ball in the right spot for guys, right? Once he understands on the floor, okay, that's OG spot. That's where he likes it. That's where KAT likes it. That's where Bridges likes it. That's where Deuce likes it. That's the only thing that's missing from his game. It's almost like a quarterback that knows right when to drop it. Remember, some quarterbacks are so great, they know they guys. They know as soon as they run that route and turn around, that ball going to be right there. So once Brunson learns that, and what I said before the beginning of the season, Brunson, give me 25-8. I'd rather 25-8 than 28-2. So for me, you know, if we're not going to make this big move for Giannis, if we're going to do other little things, if this is going to be the group that we're going with, Brunson is going to have to learn that for us to be successful, unless he looks like he was looking the last couple seasons offensively. Because this season, he hasn't been that big body Brunson MVP caliber type player on a consistent basis. Now, if you're looking like that night in and night out, then all bets is off. Keep the ball in your hand. If you're giving us 40 balls, if you're knocking down game winners, if you're looking unstoppable, because remember, at one point, Brunson was looking unstoppable. Footwork, post up, mid-range, three-point shot. So if it's not that, for me, this game to evolve, for us to just turn into a whole nother ball club, he has to start distributing the ball. He has to. Like I said, 2-3 assists is can't defend that. You gotta get guys in the game. Like a lot of our guys, they can't get the ball and get it going on them for themselves. Not for the most part, on a consistent basis. He got to start distributing that ball, Fabian.
Yeah, but I gotta disagree, because we saw Carlton Town score 8 points last game, and now that Clyde Frazier, whoever the guy, I forgot who the guy was doing the play-by-play, when they mentioned he had one foul in the last 2 games, I was like, well, how many has he had in the last 4? Because we won every game. If you're scoring 8 points and you're doing what we need you to do, which is stay on the court without the disadvantage, now you got no fouls in the third quarter. Now you can go harder. Now you can do all them stupid ass moves you want to do. And the refs are starting to respect you more. Now your calls are gonna stand out when you go to the free throw line. That's unselfish. You're not gonna get. I don't think you're gonna get these assists from Jalen Brunson that you're looking for, especially if you're going off ball. You're not gonna be able to set anybody up. That's not his game. And I think this is more like a democratic style basketball, like the great, God bless the dead, Kobe Bryant said. Golden State Warriors play democratic style. He really can't do the one-on-one thing as Kobe and Michael Jordan. If he's going off ball like this and they got it going and OG's getting it going, it's better off for you to be kind of a decoy and get the ball whenever you can. You ain't got to set nobody up. You're setting them up by going to the other side of the court or being part of the play in another way.
If you could, real quick, could you pull up Allen Iverson's MVP year? How many assists he averaged?
If you had to guess, how many you think it was?
5.
I say 6.
I mean, I thought 6, but I just said 5.
You went with 5. That had to be right here. MVP. He averaged 4.6.
Basically 5.
Mm-hmm.
And what is Brunson averaging right now for the season? Assists.
I know last year was career high. If you had to guess, how many you think it is?
I think about 4.
I'd say 6. He's at 6.
Okay,
La-
6.
Last year was career high 7.3. That's
Okay,
crazy.
So at this point, he's averaging 28 and 6. But you see how ill it is that it doesn't even seem that he's averaging 6 assists. So just imagine you telling me he can't get 3 more assists a game. So now he's at 28 and 9.
But I don't want him to.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I do, right? Because when we play the better defending teams, when we play the teams that have better players, OG and Bridges are not going to be able to get their shots as easy as tonight against a Portland or against a bad team. That's where we need Brunson to help guys get their spots, get good shots, get in rhythm, get in transition. So I get what you're saying, but it's possible. It's possible. And I'm just saying he has to try it. Like a night like tonight, he was supposed to try to get 10 to 12 assists. Just try it, bro. And it just seems like more times than others, he's just trying to get his buckets up. I mean, I could be wrong, but we look like a totally different ball club when we mix it up, Fabian. That's all I'm saying. When everybody's scoring, when the ball is in rhythm, when we getting fast breaking transition points, when we not hunting a 3-point shot, when we get to the free throw line, none of that can happen all together if Brunson is going to pound a ball for 40 plus minutes. If we want to win a championship, everybody's going to have to change their style of play. As what Carl is doing, I'm going to become a great rebounder, right? Brunson's going to have to do something else because as much as I love him, we have to be honest, and Flea be correct when he says this. We ain't get to the finals. We lost.
Right. So look, the last 4 games before tonight, what we say he had tonight? How many assists? 2?
Yeah, 2 or something like that.
Yeah, Brunson had 2 assists, right? 4 games before that, 4 against Toronto, 4 against Sacramento, 6 against Philly, 5 against Brooklyn. So for me, I understand what you're saying, but if he's going to be unselfish to get off the ball, number one, it's going to be harder to get those assists. And number 2, I don't like him having the ball so much because Brunson getting the ball more means he's going to dribble more. That's his rhythm. That's just how he's designed. He's been doing that shit since a baby, training with his pops and all that. He's really designed to do that. Now he's learning to go off the ball and trust whatever's going to happen. He's learning how to go, oh shit, Luka's not here, Randall's not here. I don't have to worry about them getting the double team, and then I get the ball after the double team, and I'm creating after that. No, we'll have to play in a regular system. Also, shout out to Nick's Twitter, man. I seen a bunch of you guys, retweeting the same thing. There's a lot of plays that they don't run for Karl-Anthony Towns from last year, specifically the I think it's called a stack pick and roll or a Spain pick and roll. Iverson did a lot of the Iverson cuts. You basically just have the 2 guys towards the top of the key, setting 2 different kind of picks, and you don't know which way the ball handler is going to go. But a lot of them shits Karl-Anthony Towns would get when he would split off and go to the right wing. Yo, I haven't seen that shit ran not once this year for Karl-Anthony Towns. There's a lot of things they could be doing that was probably, come on, it's Tibbs. That shit ain't no complicated offense. And he was killing in that system. Mike Brown got to do a better job of that in these games, especially when Karl-Anthony Towns is now starting to do exactly what you asked him to do. The motherfucker stop fouling. Go run him some plays so he can score some damn baskets. What you always said. He can't just get it off the rim. Throw Mitchell Robinson a lob or 2. Well, this ain't Mitchell Robinson. This motherfucker's a super scorer when he's on, when he's on. And if you help him out in that context, you gotta feed him if he's doing everything you asked him, which is all grit and blood and bones. Haven't seen a lot of complaining. What do you think about that, old boy? The fact that they switched up we can implement more things from last season to get KAT going a little bit more.
I 100% agree with you. I love if you could just highlight, big shout out the whole chat, but AWax1, what he said about Josh Hart tonight. Just please highlight that. It's a problem. It's a problem. And as I'm watching the game, even though it's against Portland, and you know it was a blowout, Josh Hart was getting on my nerves. Bro, you taking too many. No. I'm like, it's unacceptable for you to be taking more shots than Karl Anthony Towns. For me, if we want, remember, you have to try your best, no matter how much we feel about him. You have to try your best to keep your star guy happy. Bro, you too much into the offense. I don't, at times I don't like it. I'm just being honest with you. Josh Hart's starting to feel himself too much. We don't want you to take 17 shots, bro. We know what we want you for. That Swiss Army knife, the energy, the rebounding, the intensity, just, going downhill. But tonight, I would have loved for them to look for Karl Anthony Towns just a little more. And to what you just said, we have to start implementing that. You cannot have a 7-foot big man that has the talent that everybody thinks he has, where it should make the game easier for us. The way he could spread the floor, right? We're not utilizing that correctly. That got to be on Mike Brown and the coaching staff. That got to be on them. Like, bro, if we don't use Karl Anthony Towns correctly, him and Brunson, those two should be one of the best duos in basketball with the talent that they have. And what the coach is doing, I don't know what the hell is going on. So for me, we are allowing too many guys to run amok. And this is where I think guys in the locker room get a little jealous, because we know Hart is Brunson's guy. So he kind of tends to get away with whatever. Nobody complains about his turnovers and some of the things he does that drives you crazy. Now, I know he makes it up with his energy and his effort, but it's like, yo, bro, listen, you the 4th, 5th, 6th option.
He's not an option.
I know, but I'm just saying, right? No, but I'm saying a night like tonight, no Deuces there. We know Mitchell Robinson ain't an option. So after, he should be the 5th option, right? After Brunson, Karl, OG, Mikal. So we got to figure out a way, if we're not trading Karl Anthony Towns, if he's going to continue to be here, listen, we got to figure out a way to make him happy, bro. If he's not going to get traded, we have to keep him happy, to keep him engaged, to continue to play like this, where he's going to be getting 20 boards. He's not going to be committing fouls. He's going to be able to stay on the floor. We need that threat. So I don't understand the psyche of us sometimes. Remember, you called them out, Hart. You called them out. These guys are sensitive, Fabian. Yeah, we won the game, but Karl can still be looking at the stat line going, talking to his pops or his wife going, this nigga here shot more field than me. Bro, you got to caress these dudes if they're going to stay here. So for me, I get what you're saying. I agree. Last year to this year, Karl Anthony Towns is definitely not involved in the offense as much as he should be. And for us to have an opportunity to win or to beat some of these good, great teams, bro, he got to be a monster. I don't know how that's going to be if we're not engaging with him in the offense.
Well, I think that's the issue. I think he is involved, but they're not running the right plays for him. And he doesn't have a great handle. And with those kind of plays, if you're going to be at the top of the key, you got to make it harder for the defense. It's way too easy to read. Karl's going to get the ball at the top of the key. The spray 3 thing that Mike Brown is trying to implement, the Golden State Warriors run all kind of pick and rolls, all kind of screens on the court. I don't see that with us. And maybe it's because we don't have enough screen setters either. But we didn't have that last year. And Thibodeau still came up with a simple-ass play to have 2 guys at the top of the key. You choose which side Brunson's coming from and what side you think he's going to pass the ball off to, or if he's going to keep it or not. Make them guess. You don't guess. He's making it way too hard for us to do that. And I totally disagree with you about Josh Hart, because tonight was a night where he was on fire. We saw it last year against the Lakers when J.J. Redick came out and he said, yo, man, Josh Hart shoots like 35% from 3. We're leaving him open every time. We're letting him go. We're gonna let him score for 25 points, and he missed. I think we got blown out by the Lakers that game. That's when Luka got. I think the trade happened. Tonight he just happened to be on fire and he had it going. If he was off, I could see what you're saying. But
listen,
he just started shooting 40% from 3. He was shooting bad. I'm not saying he shot 11 shots against the Toronto Raptors, 6 shots before that, 6 shots before that game. He's not really on this pace where I see him ball hogging. I can't say let's force the ball to Karl Anthony Towns after I love the ball movement today. And anybody who got the right spot for the right drive made that move today for the most part. I can't say I want to force the ball to KAT when he's not going to be in the position that we want him in. I mean, KAT was even aggressive in the paint. That sort of drops that he had when he got the almost an and one. Like he was, I love this. I love how he played for the most part. The ball was moving around, and Josh Hart was aggressive in that first quarter and really got this thing going.
All I'm gonna say is, it's nothing worse than an overly confident Josh Hart. That's all I'm gonna say. When he's overly confident, it's a train wreck. I've seen it too many times for the last couple seasons. Like I said, you need a Josh Hart, but you have to keep him where he's at. When he's overly confident, he will cost you a game or a playoff series. That was the problem with John Starks.
But
I'm just being honest, bro.
Oh, yeah, right. But that's on the coach. You got to see if they're going bugging out. Yo, you got to calm down, bro. I love the energy. I respect it. You getting us going, but nah, man, sit down.
Listen,
relax.
I totally agree, but at the same time, listen, these guys is maniacs, and you may be correct, the coaching staff, but also the teammates on the court.
Yeah,
man, why not yell at them? Why are you in real time? Yo, bro, get off the ball. Nah, you ain't here for that.
Right.
Because like I said, when he's on, he's on. But we know in a playoff series, it can change with an overly confident Josh Hart. No, I like Josh Hart to be where he's supposed to be at. Like I said, if he's knocking down shots, if he's on fire, I get it. But I would have just loved tonight for guys to just make Karl Anthony Towns get involved. Make him go to a spot. Yo, bro, go over there, post him up. Give him the ball. Like I said, if he's going to be here, we got to figure this thing out. But like I said, tonight was a big win. I know it's against the Portland Trail Blazers, but I remember people were saying the Portland Trail Blazers is a good team. So we beat a good team. Now, I'm just telling you what people were saying, right? Listen, 5 straight wins. Like I said, man, we kind of, ever since the all players meeting, it looks like it's been turning around just a little bit.
Right. After that Dallas game that we got smacked, we smacked the Nets, and ever since then, we're starting to roll. We still haven't figured out the Karl Anthony Towns Brunson thing, in my opinion, on that court together. Because every run that we went on, I feel like it's when one of them is sitting on the bench. It happened in the second quarter. It happened in the fourth quarter when we closed this thing out, and they finally brought Brunson back in the game. And I was like, what is the point of bringing Brunson in the game? You're up 20. Let Karl Anthony Towns gain some confidence like that. Why don't you gain some confidence? Why are you scared, Mike Brown? Now we got to start calling you. Why are you scared of Karl Anthony Towns finishing the game without Brunson on the court? And I get it. He's the face of the organization, but do we want to win? That he could have been resting the whole time. I want to win, Brunson. That's the reason you sacrifice $100 million. You could sacrifice 8 minutes, brother. I'm trying to get the W. That's all I'm saying, AllBall.
But that's a great point, and this is what I've been saying for a while now. I'm like, yo, if we're going to win a championship, guys are going to have to put that individual ego, them individual stats to the side. Got to remember, you don't know what's in these guys' contracts, right? Because I told you at times I've been saying this. Like, yo, my guy Brunson sometimes be looking like, I need to get my 20 plus. Real talk.
Wait, Denzel said, I'm leaving here with something.
Right? So listen, man. Josh Hart alluded to it before. Like, yo, you know, everybody got they little own thing going on. Listen, if Mike Brown isn't going to pull that together and go, hey, listen, I'm coaching to win basketball games. I'm coaching to try to win a championship. Whatever's going good, that's what I'm rolling with. But you're 100% correct. Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, they're going to have to figure out a way to get some type of chemistry and some type of 1-2 punch going. Because we ain't going to win nothing if we ain't going to get that going. We got the Lakers Sunday. We got Detroit coming up. We got some tough games coming up. What's going to happen when we're going to be playing OKC and Denver and all this type shit? When you telling me we're going to win and we can't have Brunson and KAT on the floor at the same time?
Against the Lakers?
We would get spanked.
Oh, boy, again. KAT and Brunson can't get it going together against the Lakers, that defense is atrocious. They did just trade Hachimura and Dalton Connect for what's the kid? I forgot the kid's name already from Atlanta. He went from
Who?
Atlanta. He went from Atlanta to Cleveland, and they got Sharp from the Nets, the Lakers.
Word.
Yeah,
So they
right. I'm
traded
not bugging.
Hachimura and Dalton. I mean, put it up there. Pause. I remember. I didn't know. Wow. Let me. Oh man, listen, y'all. If y'all didn't hear, maybe breaking news.
That happened earlier, right?
I don't know.
Am I bugging?
Wow. Let's see. Lakers trade news. Nah, they ain't get DeAndre Hunter. Are you
Right.
kidding me?
Yes.
Oh,
So it's not fake news.
hold on. Let's make sure. This is bleak. Hold on. They said it's reportedly Lakers on Bleacher Report.
Oh, you see it on Bleacher Report?
Yeah. No things. It says my sources tell me the Cavs and the Lakers have discussed a general framework surrounding DeAndre Hunter for Rui Hachimura and Dalton Connect, and then bringing in a third team. It's unclear at this point who the third team is. They saying it's the Brooklyn Nets and the Utah Jazz, maybe. So I don't know if it's legit.
Oh, we got Centel. No strays. You serious? My next trade is Sharp. I ain't know about any trade. You saw rumors.
Well,
right. It's not finalized. Right.
It's not finalized.
I did see that. But I also saw that Dalton Connect, and then he played like 13 minutes during the game. Connect
Right,
and
there you go. Yeah.
it doesn't have to be official. Look, Hachimura played 17 minutes, and then Dalton Connect. I mean, they still played though after this thing was announced. Connect only played 5 minutes. They said he's real arrogant too. You saw what one of the Morris twins was talking about. He respected his arrogance, but he was like, "Yo, I respected him after that." But you can't be playing like this and being that arrogant. So this is the rumor so far right now. Just to finalize and repeat what AllBall said. The Cavaliers, Lakers, and Nets are finalizing a 3-team trade that sends DeAndre Hunter, Day'Ron Sharp, and a 2028 pick swap to the Lakers, Rui Hachimura and Dalton Connect to the Cavaliers, and Maxi Kleber and a 2032 second pick to the Nets. So the Nets didn't even get a first round out of this. But that's the rumor that I saw. Y'all could finalize it if you want to, please.
Yeah. Well, you know, we all know, you know, we go to Shams for that.
Right. Everyone's saying go check Shams. Go check Shams.
You know, we all go to Shams, but you know, they saying it's in the making. I don't see nothing with Shams. But I mean, if that's true, listen, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Oh shit, my Twitter got shut down.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't see Shams.
Yeah, looking at the chat, big shout out to y'all in the chat. Everybody saying it's trade rumors. So listen, we all know things about the pickup. We all know that. Like I think right now with the NBA, with the OKC Thunder kind of going downhill, we could all put to bed. They are not going to be considered the greatest team ever. Remember, we had people saying, would they lose a game? Bill Simmons and all these guys, I don't think they lose more than 10 games. So they already lost 11 games. So I think, Fabian, a lot of NBA teams are seeing blood in the water. They seeing the chink in everybody's armor. OKC is not unbeatable, right? The Detroit Pistons is young. They didn't do anything yet. So who's to say, like you said, a Knicks or whoever make a move, get Giannis and just catapult you right there? Listen, the Lakers, everybody is seeing. I think this year in the NBA, that shit is wide open. And I've said it, true or false, Fabian, in the beginning of the season, I don't believe in OKC. If Halliburton doesn't go down, we talking a whole different ball game. So listen, those trade rumors, but that's beautiful for the Lakers if they could pull that off.
Yeah, Big Baby's in the comments, so he ain't confirming. I don't believe it. How about that?
Big shout out,
How about
Big Baby. That's a fact.
Big shout out to Big Baby. You kidding me? You know what Big Baby be up to in LA. We in New York. He's in LA. But that don't mean nothing. 6 hours of flight time. You know what that means. You got to keep your eyes on the prize. Baby Baba. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Now, today, if you had KAT for more than 18 rebounds again, you had to win. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Come on, I ain't putting that K up yet.
Nah, not yet. And just everybody in the comment section, man, appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. Y'all see our Instagram page and our Facebook and everything down in the description. Come on, man, follow us on all platforms. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Come on, man, y'all know the drill. Hit the button. Follow, like, subscribe. The sexy, the beautiful, the extravagant, the lovely, the exquisite, the elegant. Mo was in the building, y'all. Big Mo, what up, Mo? Yeah, man.
Yo, by the way, I don't know Mo dollars what's going on. I don't know if Twitter's up. I think Twitter got went down, y'all. So if you be on Twitter heavy, I don't know. Looks like that shit went down.
Well, yeah. Well, y'all see the Instagram pages. Y'all see the Facebook. Come on, man. Follow, y'all. Let's go. We follow y'all right back. We ain't suckers. We ain't like anybody else.
Except me. I don't know. I don't be on Instagram like that. I'm on Twitter though. Fat Italian. Thank you for your $2. Fat Italian's a funny name. Oh, boy, jump in, jump out. Ogugwa has been in his bag. He's been in his bag. He's way more comfortable after having a shitty ass like 5 straight games. And you know that's my dog. He's been playing way more aggressive. He still gets the ball slapped out of his hands, but he got to figure that out. Him and Josh Hart have the same like highs and lows, the ups and downs. But you agree, AllBall? Ogugwa has been in his bag.
Listen, respect that man. His name is OG. He got his nickname back.
Nice.
Yeah. I listen. I said it the other day. OG seems like the only player that these rumors and what's going around hasn't affected him on the court. Now it has affected him as far as offensively at times, but just his mindset, his mentality, his body language. I haven't seen anything from him. I haven't seen him sulking. I haven't seen him. He reminds me of Kawhi Leonard in the way of them guys don't let nothing bother them, right? So yeah, big shout out OG, man. Listen, I give him his nickname back. It's no more Ogwagwa. His name is OG. He definitely earned his nickname back. I gotta give him props. Got to.
I've been outvoted. King Speech, thank you for your $2. Portland ain't that bad. We playing good now. 2 things can be true.
They got some talent over there. To be honest, man, I think they gave up. I told you, if I'm the commissioner, man, you gotta have some meetings, bro. Like, dog, like I'm watching y'all give up. Teams lose by 20, 30, 40, but I watch y'all give up. That was bad tonight.
I agree. It looked suspect. I know Denny came in with an injury or whatever it was, but come on, man.
This nigga no strays, man.
Yeah, man. No strays. Thank you for your $9.99.
Hold on. Listen, when you give money like that, we get a little shoulder work. Go ahead, read no strays, man.
Yo. I'm trying to think of a slogan for this guy. When you pay for the hate, I respect it. Peace, KNICKS Rehab. Congrats on the weekend rental of the number 2 seed. Perfect time to blow your team up for an aging star whose ACL is dangling like a flag in the wind. You sneaky bastard. Because your man already said he's out for the season, right? Remember, he said he was trying to come back this year. But you you think you slick, no strays? We on to your bullshit, big dog.
Crazy.
Come on, man. AllBall. By the way, Flea's still working. Don't get it twisted. He sent us some stats here. The Knicks have a 94.3 defensive rating, which is best in the league in the last 5 games. Also in those 5 games, the Knicks have 116.2 points per game. That's third best in the league. They're shooting 40% from three, which is third best in the league. 28 assists per game, which is eighth best in the league, and 9.6 steals per game, which is ninth best in the league during that 5-game stretch. Flea, thank you for nothing. What are you talking about? Me and AllBall just said that K is not going up. I don't give a fuck what stat you're gonna come up with, brother. It's not persuasive enough. You need more people. You need more wins, more importantly. The K's not coming up, AllBall. Not yet.
For me, the perfect time for the K, everybody know. And if you don't know, I'm going to tell you now. I hate the Lakers. Can't stand LeBron. Can't stand Luka. We can't stand Ja. We beat them Sunday. I'm voting for the K to go back up. So I need y'all in the chat to get on it because Fabian might not go along with it, but we may have to force him to put the K up if we beat them bum-ass Lakers.
I think it depends on the win. The style of victory. Come on, AllBall.
Man, if we get the win, I mean, they got the GOAT and the future GOAT, and we beat that. They got 2 future GOATs. You seen Bronny lately? Insane. Listen, just like his pops, insane.
Speaking of insane, our guy, Craig Carton, the lunatic, back at it. You got something to say about these Giannis and Knicks rumors? Beware.
On like Donkey Kong right now. 4 teams now are in the running for the services of Giannis. The New York Knicks, obviously still alive. The Miami Heat, the Minnesota Timberwolves, which I'll get to in a second, and the Golden State Warriors. So there's a thought that the Warriors have a grayed out package, 4 first-round picks, Kuminga, but I want to take you to Minnesota, all right? Because the Timberwolves can put together a package that's even better than that. What if I say to you, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, 5 first-round picks? If you're Milwaukee, do you like that better than the Kuminga 4 picks from Golden State? I'm concerned as a Knicks fan. I can offer better players right now, but I cannot compete with Golden State, and I cannot compete with Minnesota when it comes to picks.
You can't.
And they've said they want picks.
That's right.
So for the first time since Giannis announced a couple of days ago that he's now finally ready to find a home outside of Milwaukee, and he wants to be a Knick, I think that's factual. But if I'm Milwaukee, great. I'll take Mikal Bridges. I'll take Deuce McBride. I'll take Karl Anthony Towns. But, man, I want picks.
Well,
and you have no picks to give me. It's on like Don.
That is the point. They got the picks. AllBall, what you thinking?
First and foremost, I love his platform. Just got to be honest. I don't know what it is about him. It's like a no holds ball, right? And he doesn't like LeBron like me. So maybe that's what we have in common, right? But I love
and not gonna lie. I feel like Rich Paul is somewhere sneaking around there though, because it feels like we rolling dice at any given time around Craig Carton, big dog. Craig Carton is a New Yorker.
Listen, man, I just love all sports platforms that just they speak their mind and tell it how it is, man, right? But let's get right back to it. When he broke down, because remember, everybody has the same 4 teams: the Knicks, Golden State, Miami, right? But then now, when he brought up the Minnesota thing, that's a little scary. Now, the only thing that's in our favor, nobody wants to go to Minnesota. Let's be honest. Stephon Marbury already told you, man, get me out of here. You think New York is cold, right? So, where would you rather live? Minnesota or New York? It's not even close. So for me, that's where we win, right? Because if it's up to Giannis, I'm not living in Minnesota, right? But that's kind of scary what Minnesota can give up. And I said this on my post on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, AllBall TV, right? Leon Rose. Fabian, if we had those 5 draft picks for Mikal Bridges, we could have probably did a straight-up trade for KAT in the picks. I'm going to say it again. Leon Rose, if we still had even 3 of those picks, it could have been a straight-up trade. Now we have to scrape and we just Listen.
I'm glad he's not here to repeat with you.
Yo, man, Craig Carlson, listen, he people don't like him because he keep it real, Fabian. Us as Knicks fans, I'm a little nervous because if Milwaukee tell Giannis, we don't care where you want to go, we doing what's best for us. Because, nowadays the team does what's best for the player. That's how much power the players have. But if Milwaukee just grows a brain, pause, and just says, you know what? F you. We doing what's best for us. We jammed up, bro, because of those picks. So, Leon Rose, bro, you're gonna have to pull out a magic trick, bro. You have to make this deal happen. So for me, I know people don't want to hear it. They're going to get fatigued about it. But like Wendy said, this is the Giannis trade. Everybody wants Giannis. Everybody's trying to figure out how to get Giannis. And now with Minnesota having what they can give up, boy, I don't know, Fabian. I'm starting to lose a little bit of confidence in Leon Rose. Let's see what happens.
The Timberwolves do not have any first-round draft picks until 2028, I think. I know they gave a lot of draft picks for Rudy Gobert, so I'm not sure where Carl is getting that information from. But since we are in fantasy world, the conspiracy antennas have popped up. Hey, man, when we played Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns was over there looking like he was crying and he was missing home. Been there for 10 years. Well, you came from over there, didn't you? What's stopping us from calling Minnesota and going, not for nothing,
take him back?
You looked a lot better with Karl Anthony Towns over there, and I don't know if you looked that great with Julius Randle. We got a home for him over there in Milwaukee. He can still get paid, and we could take Giannis. Maybe they'll ask for McDaniels. Maybe we have to finagle another a fourth or fifth team, but it will take that. It's going to take multiple teams to be involved in this.
Yes.
But that, to me, sounds sweet. To be honest, that sounds like how it should be if we're going to do this right. Kat, take your ass back to Minnesota. Giannis, come on home where you belong. With a home of the Greeks over here. Ain't more Greeks anywhere else in this country. Stop playing.
Never thought of that. No, you got to keep going because that's why you're the perspective. Because you say things and put it away. Listen. One thing with AllBall TV KNICKS REHAB, we do our thing and then it just, I guarantee you, watch people start talking about that. Send Cat ass back to Minnesota. But Fabian, continue. That was dope. I never even fathomed that.
It just makes the most sense. That's what they're missing. They're missing that. They went to the Western Conference Finals. They're not going to sniff that with Randle. Randle needs other guys around him because he's a lunatic too, just like Josh Hart. He's a big, brutal version of Josh Hart. And I think he has 2 more years left or 3 more years left. I don't know if they'll give up Dante. I want Dante back. But if we can, once you get more than 2 or 3 teams involved, that's how you would have to get him at the trade deadline. Because Milwaukee, we already know, Golden State, I even read something that they're saying they're not going to offer Jimmy Butler. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
When Carlson put up Kuminga, just Kuminga,
what? He's a lunatic. He set that up.
But hold on. If you could, can you expound on what you're saying? Like the 4-5 teams, how would that work out?
I would think, because I would think that if you involve, let's say, the Pelicans or OKC somehow, or teams with draft picks, they're the ones that have to give up the draft picks to Milwaukee so that they feel enticed. Like they have no draft picks right now. They're gonna lose Giannis. They want a chance at a young star. That's why Portland was involved. Portland owns Milwaukee's draft picks in the Jrue Holiday, Dame Lillard trade. They traded Dame to Milwaukee. They lost draft picks. They got him over there. That's how you involve Portland, who I don't know if they're super enticed with Mikal Bridges, as once reported. But if you can involve them somehow, hey, maybe you get Dante DiVincenzo or something. That's where you involve these other teams to get the draft picks that Milwaukee's looking for. Because at the end of the day, they're losing their star. But they have to realize Once you lose Giannis, you lose any chance at relevancy for the next whoever knows how many years. You want a shot at AJ DeBanster. Doubt you're gonna get that. You don't have a chance at that next year. But you do need a chance at having 14, 4 or 5 different first round draft picks so you can trade for another Giannis or whoever it is that's coming up. But send Karl-Anthony Towns' ass right back to Minnesota. And I'm saying that on a night that he did pretty good. Respectfully.
I gotta ask you this. Chat, I need y'all engaged in this. We don't get Giannis. What's the trade that we can make that makes sense, that puts us right there where we want to be? Like, let's say if we trade in, Yabusele, whoever, right? But we don't trade none of our guys. No Hart, no Brunson, no OG, no Bridges, no KAT, no Deuce, no Mitchell Robinson. Those 7 we don't trade. What's the trade that we can make where we become championship contention without getting Giannis Antetokounmpo? Because I see a lot of, hold on, before you respond, because I see a lot of people in the chat saying, the hell with Giannis, let's keep KAT, let's keep this core. Okay, cool. We want to win a championship without getting rid of our core guys. Give me the move that we can make that will put us in championship contention.
Since you guys are so against it, because now that we won 4 or 5 games, all of a sudden you forgot about the previous 20.
Right.
And you forgot about last year's finals. You got to think about, the Trey Murphys of the world, people who can D up, get the ball off Brunson's hand, can actually crack the defense, can get, create space. How many of those guys do we have, AllBall? What is a realistic trade? Everyone keeps talking about the, Najee Marshall. Okay.
Right.
That's a championship piece. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that a real legit question? That's a championship piece, is Najee Marshall?
Well, I'm seeing Najee Marshall, right? I'm seeing Brickhouse Tatamani. She keeps saying DiVincenzo, right? No Strays is trolling as usual.
No Strays is trolling. Well, we had No Strays. I want to laugh. Yabu for Sohan. We did see Sohan in the mix.
Sorry about that. Good up here?
Yeah. We did.
Good, I'm sorry.
Nah, that's been another rumor. They're trying to trade Yabusele for Sohan because Yabusele supposed to be cool with Wemby, the French connection over there.
At Sammy LA, they saying Sadiq Bey, Missy, Yabu for Sohan, Heroic Ab. Like, so I'm seeing, for me, Fabian, I would love to get another ball handler, like a Najee Marshall, right? Let's just say, because he's kind of like a 3-and-D guy, but he also can put the ball on the floor and get you a bucket. And I will also want another big, right? So if we can get another big and another ball handler that can knock down a 3-point shot, I think that makes us that much closer. Because we have to be honest, Clarkson, Yabusele, some of the young guys, they're not contributing how we want them to. So, we need some guys in that slot. We need some more depth, some more size, right? So if we're not going to trade KAT and get Giannis, we all agree we have to make a move, though. We have to make a move. So, Chad, I love y'all to death. I don't really see anything to where y'all making it make sense. I'm talking about winning the championship. I'm not talking about getting back to the conference finals and losing. I'm talking about winning the championship. What's the move? Fabian, do you have one in mind?
No. I don't know where people get these. Like, even the Jeremy Grant thing with Drew Holiday, it was like, I knew what Drew Holiday looked like on Boston his last year there, and this year he just doesn't look any better, and he's making a lot of money. That'll be like, at least Mikal Bridges is in his prime, but you would have to probably trade Mikal for Trey Murphy straight up. That's the only guy I see that could really, like, this guy could shoot the lights out. That's the guy that could shoot that Flea always be talking about. Like we don't have any shooters. He's a shooter. I like Herb Jones, guys, but he don't even play any games like that. Trust me, I love Herb Jones' talent. He ain't as good as Trey Murphy. And they're all off the table now. Joe Dumars took everybody off the table except for the Evie's Missy kid, which is he's cool.
Joe Dumars ain't no fool. Fabian, 2 years ago, who was out saying we need? Trey Murphy. Remember, I've been talking about him forever.
Yeah.
That boy got his bag now. They understand how important he is. Now you got Zion. Listen, they got the kid Queen. They got some things to build around. And Joe Dumars knows the game. So he ain't no fool. You ain't getting that young talent over there no more. That's a wrap. Because remember, now New Orleans, the Pelicans have a basketball mind in that front office. So, you know, that's why I'm saying if we're not going to go get Giannis, what are we doing? Trading Yabu Sully for one person? Nah, we need 2-3 players. If it ain't gonna be Giannis, we need another ball handler, we need a shooter, and we need another big man. If one of those players could be 2-1, I'm fine with that. But we need either 2 or 3. 2-1, a defender that can shoot and get his own shot, and a big man. We need that for sure. Huck Porter, like I said, Huck Porter and these guys, when it comes to playing the better talent, the better teams, the teams with the high basketball IQ, them guys can't get on the floor. So
damn, I know Bobby Portis was shooting 45% from 3. That's crazy. Cam Spencer from Memphis. I would start looking at that. Who's the best shooters around the league, man? Because for me, that's just what it's about. Whoever can shoot and play defense at this point. We also need a ball handler, man. Get Brunson off the ball. And like Alvarado, I don't want that. Like everybody is. I get the rumors, but the Misi kid, he's still a project, y'all. Like we need guys who can come in here as looking to win a championship, who are already established. Like I saw somebody throw in the name Donovan Clingan. That doesn't make sense to me because he doesn't really know who he is. That's why Trey Murphy makes so much sense. He knows who he is. He knows exactly who he is. Giannis knows who he is. All these guys that we're mentioning, they're ready to win a championship. That's what it is with me. Like you've been around the league enough. You've been around what they call it, the work. You've been around the work enough. You experienced some life. You need these guys in prime position mentally, physically, just to get locked in. And it's because it's New York. We don't want any distractions. This shit is about winning that championship right now.
Like that trade rumor with the Lakers, right? They not giving up much. We need a move like that. If that trade goes down where they getting the Hunter and the other kid, and they're giving up what they're giving up, that's what we need. We need a move like that where you're shelling out a C+ player and you getting back B+. We need a move like that where you're looking for a team that's looking to shed some salary cap, get some guys that's on expiring contracts, or get some guys that's cheap. We need something like that where we giving up a Yabu, maybe a Clarkson, maybe a Huck Porty, or one of the young guys, and we getting 2 that's going to help us immediately go to the next level. So, like I said, that's what I'm saying. If we ain't going to get Giannis, I need y'all to help us understand what's the move, because the trade deadline is here, and we all have to agree this team currently constructed, listen, we're not going to win no championship.
Totally agree. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a second. Real quick. Let's end next rehab correct. When's the last time we seen this AllBall?
Wow.
KAT and Brunson post-game presser together?
Carl's rebounding. I mean, how much of a lift does that give you guys?
Man, don't give a damn about the rebound. I want to talk about 10,000 points, bro.
No. The rebounding is
you have to talk about it. Yeah.
The rebound has been, I mean, what he's been doing this past couple of games has been great, and we need that from him. That's what he brings to the table. Offensively, when things aren't going, the ball's not going in as much as it should be, and he finds a way to impact the game, and I think that's really important for us, and it's big time performance for him.
This might be on SNY. You want to watch more of it, AllBall, or?
No, I mean, it's late. What we can do, we can react to that tomorrow. But just brief. That's a big plus. It's a big plus. I've been alluding to it and saying it all season. Everybody thought I was crazy. This is the first time our 2 best players been in the room together at the podium with the reporters. Well, not at the podium, but y'all know where I'm going. That's huge. That's huge. They're starting to understand this shit. Bruh, it's on us. Whatever we got going on, you see how they complimenting each other? Nah, bro, I ain't got it going offensively, taking accountability. Nah, big dog out there getting the rebounds for us. Nah, bro, you take that. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This shit might could turn around. It might. It really might could turn around. But that right there, we will discuss that tomorrow for sure. We got to watch that full clip, but that's something that we haven't seen this whole season. I love that. That just made my night that much better. That was beautiful right there. That was beautiful right there.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson, 10,000 points for his career. It was great to see. As soon as I seen it pop up, I was like, oh shit, let's watch this. It was great. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I could see why these dudes are kind of uncomfortable around KAT, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from that. I'm trying to stay positive. AllBall, the first time I'm up here, I ain't going crazy. I ain't angry.
Listen, man. I ain't angry none of that shit either.
I'm glad
I
Brunson put him off,
understand.
though. Lord have mercy.
Josh Hart, I get it. Make him uncomfortable. I get it. But if his funny sounding ass is gonna be doing all that, congratulating Jalen Brunson. It's the first time. I still haven't heard you call him captain again, what you were saying all last year.
But Fabian.
But to stand next to that guy in the locker room, he had the OG jacket on. He had, OG had that famous jacket on, the Montclair with bananas. To stand next to him, look how shocked I was. Say, oh man, I gotta play this right now. I love it. I gotta love it.
Right. That's what I was gonna ask. What is your thoughts on that right there? Them two together, talking to the reporters.
But look how we're reacting.
Basically supporting each other.
Yeah, look how we're reacting. Because we know how long it's been. We know how long it's been. Like, yo, they used to do press conferences together all the time last year. And if you really that guy, he's the guy of the team, right? He's the captain, and I'm supposed to be the second best player on the team. Again, Kobe and Shaq ain't always do it, but we saw Kobe do some crazy and jump on Shaq's back and like a horse and go to the court or the locker room, bananas. But we know it's two egos. That shit was famous. It was infamous. In real time, we were like, yo, Kobe and Shaq are really fighting. This is crazy. And this isn't necessarily that. I think these guys are too nice to be careful with my words about these two characters. But we know it's still tension. We know it's still egos. Trade rumors are around, just like Kobe and Shaq. And we didn't even win shit. Now is the time. Yo, all they were trying to do was tell KAT, yo, dog, just follow our lead, bro. Just follow our lead. Keep it cool. We're telling you, don't foul them. We're talking to the refs. Yo, they got the end, bro. We got a dude who, no matter what anybody says, could be in the top 5, top 3 MVP category. Karl Anthony Towns was a top 3 MVP candidate a year and some change ago. Just by playing this, like we're forgetting this. So yeah, we're not gonna overreact. We ain't putting that K up until Sunday. We shall see. But to see this, to break the tension like this, oh boy, you can't tell me there wasn't tension before. Look how much of a relief we're feeling right now.
Listen, that means KNICKS Rehab, we was correct the whole time. Nobody alluded to this like us. Nobody. I don't care what platform. I don't care what network. I don't care what station, what podcast. Nobody alluded to the turmoil between those two more than us. And we was way ahead of the curve. And that right there just proved it was a mess. It was a mess. And just to show what they did, winning kills everything. That saying is true. We winning, guys look happy, and guys are starting to understand their role. KAT, you're a big man. You're a center. You're not a shooting guard. You're supposed to be in 15, 20 boards. Every night, you're the biggest man on the court. Unless you're playing against the Joker or, kid Wembanyama or somebody like that. Bro, listen, everybody do their job, and you never know. We might be having this same talk in June in the fucking finals.
Come on, man. And let's be honest, AllBall called that shit out first. Yo, Brunson don't like this dude, bro. It is what it is. And now we're coming full circle where it's like they finally won some games. And again, KAT is doing what they talked about. What if they went back to the locker room? They're going over the game. They're going over the stats. You pick up the paperwork. You put the paper. You go, oh, you see this? 0 fouls, 2 fouls. Today you had 1 foul. Look, nobody gave a fuck that you had 8 points last game. Nobody's talking about your 8 points. None of us gave a fuck. That fuck. All we were talking about was the hee. That's what we were talking about last game.
And the rebounds and being able to just imagine the coaching staff talking to KAT. Bro, look at the difference when you're able to stay on the floor. When you're not committing silly fouls. That's the difference. We win. The trade rumors die down. The fans are more nice. Bro, what do you want?
KNICKS Rehab won't be kicking your back in.
All ball suckers.
Lee definitely got a better voice than me because I cannot hee like that. That's crazy. Y'all know what this was.
KNICKS Rehab.
Listen, let's get it people a heads up. We got to go live during the game Sunday.
What time is the game? It's a 12 o'clock game?
Nah, 7 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah.
When else is it gonna be? It's not.
But remember that's a Lakers game, so that's prime time.
They going to LA?
Nah, that's in New York.
Oh, right. It says the most expensive ticket in the Garden.
Yeah, look, in that game on NBC. Well, we going live during the game, so we do it. That's play by play.
NBC is so ill. Yo, oh boy, hold on 2 seconds.
It's the Lakers.
NBC is ill, bro. I'm like having the music on there. Shout out to Carmelo. He's killing it. He's just smooth. You say like it's another level from when it was back in the day. All they're missing, if we keeping it funky, the only thing they're missing is a little too nice up there, man. You know that shit'll be turned up. Because back in the day, they had Peter Vesey. He was turned up.
He a maniac.
And you know 10, 15 years ago, who kicked this fucking new wave off was Skip Bayless. They can't have him on there. You know who they're missing on NBC?
Who?
All fucking ball, motherfucker.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. No network is ready for that, bro. And I could do it with no cursing. They ain't ready for that, bro. Listen, nobody's ready for honesty. Nobody is ready for. I don't want to be friends with you niggas. I don't want no autographs. I don't want to take pictures. I want to tell her how it is and go about my business. They ain't ready for that, bro. The world ain't ready for that. I'm telling y'all right now. The world ain't ready for that. Just imagine me on a network and the biggest star come up there and I don't even care. They not ready for that, bro. They not ready for that. But listen, I ain't turning the job down now. Bet that.
Hold on. What we just said?
Listen, that money guaranteed.
Didn't we just say we called it a year ago? KAT, Brunson, been have smoke. LeBron James, third option. We called it years ago.
Are we putting these things in the atmosphere?
AllBall on NBC. You mother lovers ain't ready. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.